What's going on, people? King Richez. I want to talk about black male stereotypes and how it affects us. As a black man, you know that most of us are trying to work a job, trying to find somebody to couple up with and have a peaceful life. But if you look at what media portrays of black men, it will lead you to believe that we're all drilling and trapping and we've all got a long line of baby mamas, which is totally false. Whether you like it or not, the masses are influenced by what popular media portrays. And if the images of black men always are gangsters, criminals, trappers, guys that are making single parent homes, then that is what the most people are going to think, especially living in a predominantly non-black country. The main stereotype of detriment is this criminal element. It's a problem because it is the minority but get the most focus. This subset of our group seem to be romanticized quite a bit by the women. And that encourages the majority of young black guys to want to go down that path of career criminal. Many times black guys are perceived as a threat, hyper aggressive, capable of chaos and extreme violence at the drop of a hat. People may give you some kind of nervous energy. They may not be able to act comfortably around you, and then in turn that makes you feel uncomfortable. I think a lot of black guys in their normal lives are kind of tiptoeing around everybody else, trying their best to make people feel comfortable around them, with how they speak, making sure not to use too much slang, trying to assimilate so that you make the general populace feel comfortable. And I just don't think that's healthy. I think that everybody should be comfortable to be themselves. If you're a black man who is not athletic, can't rap, can't dance, that doesn't have a 15-inch willy, in certain ways could be viewed as an advantage, but really and truly on the grand scheme of things, these stereotypes do not help, really. It may help when it comes to women who want to just have a quick fling with a guy, but in terms of being taken seriously in all aspects of life, it does not help at all. I think that we need more focus on black men who are legitimate fathers, husbands, entrepreneurs, businessmen through legitimate means. I think that we need to steer away from putting focus on ex-convicts and career criminals and guys that have done fraud and done all this kind of mad stuff in their past. I think that we need to steer away from that. I think we need to stop listening to the accounts of black men that have come out of prison and they've got all these crazy prison stories. I think we need to stop listening to that kind of stuff. I think we need to start looking at these personalities as like actual dregs to our group. You are making us all look bad. And at the end of the day, the majority of black guys that decide to go into a criminal lifestyle are not going to be successful trappers or rappers. It's not realistic. I think black men need to stop creating single mothers. And if you are a black man that is creating a long line of baby mamas, I think that you need to be shamed for doing that. I don't think we should be measuring our manhood by how many women we sleep with. I think that needs to be cut out completely, because really and truly you're putting more emphasis and authority into the woman's hands instead of your own hands as the man, as the leader, as a disciplined guy. A lot of times non-black women, they fetishize black men. They've been watching a lot of porn. They think that every black guy's walking with 15 inches in his pants. But the thing is with that, yeah, you might smash some of these women, but you're not taken as a serious prospect. I mean, it's up to you whether you care or not, but that's just the reality. The majority of non-black women are not really trying to couple up with a black man in general because of all of the stigmas and stereotypes that surround black men. Socioeconomically, we are not viewed as a desirable option for non-black women. Black women a lot of times feel like there's contention because a lot of us did not grow up with our fathers, so they didn't get the protection or provision from a man growing up, which is very important in the developmental stage for a lot of these women. And so they have developed a distrust to black men, and then they go out in the world looking for a father figure in the men that they date. They face a lot of disappointment. They go for the wrong type of guys because, again, the media has taught them that black men are thugs and criminals, and those are the coolest type of black men to be around. They go for super tyrones as well, guys that are super tall and good looking. They get played, and then now they have a very skewered, bitter view of black men. And then also the added fact of, a lot of black women have had to kind of do everything on their own, so they've become very independent, strong, and feel like they don't need a man. And this leads to a lot more turbulence between black men and black women. And obviously, because black men didn't grow up with their fathers as well, they didn't get a lot of the tutelage to learn how to be a fully functioning man. A lot of black men are walking around with feminine energy because they grew up just around women who were the authorities in their lives growing up. It will take a lot of research and reevaluation and implementation to break out of that social conditioning. A lot of black men walk around with a lot of frustration because at times it can feel like you just cannot progress. You know, we've been told from little kids that, you know, you're going to have to work 5 times harder than everybody else just to get the same results. And a lot of times just to get mediocre results. And that can be very, very frustrating. A lot of times black people don't want to help other black people. And then other groups are more focused on helping themselves. So, you know, it can be very frustrating. All in all, I think that black men need to really sit down and be serious. We need to come together, sit down, think, talk about our experiences, talk about lessons we've learned, and really come to some logical, legitimate conclusions. I honestly think that we need to make a real effort to abandon the image of criminal, gang, trapping lifestyle, all of that kind of stuff. I think that we need to restore masculinity, stop running behind the opinions of what women in our community think and they say. I think we need to just completely ignore what they say and just like restore patriarchy, legitimate patriarchy. We need to realize that there's more avenues than entertainment and sports, even though that's what is perpetuated in society as the pinnacle of black men. If you're an NBA player, a football player, or a rapper or something like that, I mean, there's more ways to make it. And at times, black men are pigeonholed as only being able to be successful in those certain avenues. Anyway, let me know what you think about what's been said in this video in the comments below. I'm on the way to 100,000 subscribers, so please, all of you, like the videos, leave a comment. If there's something you think I've left out, please let me know in the comment section. Also, if there's topics you want me to make videos about, write it down in the comment section as well. But always show your support if you can as well. Drop a super thanks as well. It would help the channel a lot. And yeah, with that being said, make sure you go to my website, www.letsgonow.shop, where you can buy merchandise like the sweater that I'm wearing right here. Shipping is worldwide. Anyway, thanks a lot for listening, and I'll be back again with more videos. Take care.